the United States President Joe Biden hailed the developments on the debt ceiling front. In his first Oval Office address after the debt ceiling deal, the American president said that raising the U.S. borrowing limit averted economic collapse. Biden also pledged to sign the bill into law on Saturday.
We averted an economic crisis, an economic collapse. We're cutting spending and bringing the deficits down at the same time.
The president praised leaders of the Republican Party and said that they operated in good faith. Biden, however, added that U.S. defaulting on its $31.4 trillion debt would have been catastrophic. For weeks, the White House and Republicans debated regarding the deal, and there was doubt about when the package would actually be finalized. While the U.S. government was on a deadline, there were concerns regarding the government to run out of money before the 5th of June. The deal suspends the debt limit until January of 2025. It will also expand work requirements for food and healthcare assistance, among other provisions. Full funding for the medical care of military veterans would also increase. Now, for the latest, we are being joined by our guest, Raymond Vickery, who is a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce for Trade Development. Thank you for being with us. Now, leaving a very thin margin for error, the Democrats and Republicans have agreed to suspend the debt ceiling. Take us through what this means for the U.S. economy.
Well, thanks very much. My grief and condolences on the terrible tragedy in Odisha. I think that in regard to the bill which is going to be signed, it's a day for democracy in the sense that it shows that when you have people who are willing to talk and to negotiate and compromise, are able to meet the challenge, whether it be in the United States or whether it be in India. As you said, the main focus of this is the debt ceiling for 2 years, which gets us beyond the next presidential election and enables us to concentrate on. Now, there's no question that we have a fiscal problem in the United States. Our budget is about $6 trillion. Only a $4 trillion. So there needs to be a way to bridge that gap. And it seems to me that this is a start, but it does not end the controversy between the parties in the United States. The price of democracy is eternal vigilance and appropriations bills, and those will have to be worked through. But this is a very good sign, as I say, to show that democracy. Now, you've already talked about some of the provisions in it. The main one, of course, is that there is a bending amount. The cuts are basically to go back to the 2022 level. On the other hand, there is attempts to meet the climate crisis. There is no cut in terms of requirements for Medicaid. There are workers who are getting food stamps. That's increased from 50 to 54 years as to when you have to show that you have done everything. End to the moratorium on debt payments for students. There's a clawback of about $30 billion and COVID relief money, which comes back. So there are things in this which put us on a more pattern, I believe.
Absolutely. Raymond, thank you very much for joining us and bringing us all the latest on that debt ceiling bill. WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.